Hey, what's up, guys? Jacob Smith here. This is the guy that's been emailing you and texting you and all that stuff. Student pastor here at the church. Thank you so much for helping me out in Bible study leaders and transportation and having an awesome weekend with these students. They're great students. You're going to love them. And it's going to be an awesome weekend. Real quick, I'm just going to walk you through just a couple things expectation wise, so make sure you watch this in its entirety. I'll try to be brief, but the things that I need your help most with, I'm going to do the easy quick stuff first and then get to the main thing, the Bible studies, at the end. So first quick things: transportation. Please bring your own vehicle if you can. A couple of you asked about carpooling. That's okay, but try not to unless you absolutely have to. I'd like for you to bring your own vehicles and make sure they have space in your trunk, space in your back seat, and you're going to be transporting students around throughout the weekend. That may sound silly to you, but it's definitely a necessity that I need your help with this weekend. Number two is games. We're going to be playing a lot of games Friday nights, Saturday, all day, during the messages, all that kind of stuff. And I'm going to ask you guys to kind of come in the room, the worship center, a little bit early before each rally is what we call it. And I'll walk a couple of you through the things I need for games. Really simple stuff, just kind of like getting out supplies and picking students and that kind of thing to play the games. There's going to be at least one, if not two, for every time we do a large gathering. Yes, we're going to do meetings before each one. And I'll explain everything there for those. Behavior. I'm blessed in this student ministry for having some really awesome students. Just to clarify for you, I've been doing student ministry for over 10 years now, and this group of students is the best behaved group that I've ever had. I probably just jinxed myself there, but I rarely have issues. I mean, there's rambunctiousness because they're kids, but I haven't had too many like legitimate issues with behavior. But just be monitoring that throughout the weekend. There's going to be some punk kids and some girls that want to argue and that kind of thing. But you can handle it. They will be told to respect you, and that's an expectation I have for them. And if that ever becomes a problem, literally just call me. Your host homes, co-hosts, they know about that rule too. You call me if you have a problem. I don't foresee there being any big issues, but call me immediately if you feel like you have a behavior issue of a student in your home. And that kind of goes for everything. If you feel like you need to call me, call me. I'll have my phone on all weekend. Almost done. And this is the most important part. Your Bible study leadership. That's your role. That's the title that I've given you. But I want you to know this and make this very clear to you. I am a relational student pastor. And I love the Bible. I love teaching kids the Bible. I want them to understand it and know it. But here's one thing I need to make clear. The discussion guides are not homework. They are not tests for the students. They are not things that you have to get through and be perfect at. They are what they are. They are discussion guides. These kids, for the most part, don't know much about the Bible, and I'm not trying to get them theologically knowledgeable as part of your role. I'm trying to get them personally relational as far as your role. So in your small group study guide time, that's not for you to give them homework. That's not for you to have them answer the questions the right way. That's not for you to make sure you get through all the guides and have all the questions talked about, etc. I don't really care. They're just guides for you to keep the conversation flowing with the students. I want you to be intentional about connecting it to the message and give your own life application type thing. But a lot of times one of the things I see happen is a small group leader will come in, get the discussion guide, read through the 5 questions. The students just stare at them awkwardly, and then they sit there for 15 minutes, and it's a waste of time. Don't do that. You don't have to feel like you have to ask them all the questions. If you tackle one question from the discussion guide and they talk about it and interact, that's what I want. I don't want you to feel like you have to get through all of the questions. It's not a test. I'm not going to grade you. We're not here to grade the students. We're not here to make sure they know everything. They need you to connect with them on a personal level. That's the most important thing, is for you to be personal and relational with them. Make connections. Be a friend. Have a smile on your face, and ask tough questions. Ask questions that you come up with. If you take notes, etc., throughout the message time, you can go back to those and skip the discussion guide questions. Your role today, your role next weekend is not a teacher. It's not a perfect Christian. Your role next weekend is to be a friend to these students. I do mean that. I want them to respect you so that they listen to you and behave and learn about Jesus. But your role there is not to be strict on them. It's not for them to get all the questions right. Your role there is to connect with them on a personal level and show them how Jesus has changed your life. That's the most important thing this weekend. We'll go into more depth about that, but I'm at 6 minutes. So if you have any questions, feel free to text, call me, whatever. Can't wait to see you guys next Friday at 4 p.m. Be there at 4 if you can. Thank you. Bye.